you'll often see IT certifications required or preferred on IT job postings. That brings up the question, are IT certifications really that important? And if they are, why is there so much controversy and debate around it? In this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on certifications and whether I think they are important for landing an IT job. I think it's important to state where I stand in the mix. When I first landed my full-time position back in 2018, I had 0 certification and 0 degrees. For what it's worth, I was in school during that time, and eventually I did get my degree by the end of 2020. At the time, while I knew certifications had values, I personally did not put a lot of weight on them because I was already in an IT job, so why would I bother? Well, there are a few reasons why I should or should have, and that is what I would like to explore in this video. If anyone subscribes to the idea that certifications are worthless, it's important to understand where these people come from. I am willing to bet that they come from a place of privilege. What I mean by that is they most likely grew up around tech, had access to education in tech, and also had networks within tech. For instance, my high school provided me with a co-op program my senior year of high school, which gave me the opportunity to gain experience in the field, which then led to an internship, which then led to a full-time position. And this is well before I finished my degree or thought about any certifications. So I could assume that you don't really need a certification, you just need networking and experience. But that would be overlooking all the tech classes that I've taken, all the computers I've had access to, all the people willing to teach me and give me the opportunity to gain work experience. We must acknowledge that not everybody starts from the same place. Some people don't have an ounce of experience or education in tech, and some people had computers when they were really little. They broke them, fixed them, and they fell in love with it. You know the cliche story that I'm talking about. So for those with little to no experience in tech, certifications provides this step-by-step outline that they can follow to learn, grow, and prove their knowledge. We also have to look at this from a hiring perspective. If you're an employer, usually in an HR or recruiting role, they need some indications that lets them know that the candidate is qualified. Imagine getting hundreds of resumes to filter through. You're obviously not going to sit there and read them all. And even if they were filtered by keywords, that doesn't clarify what level of knowledge the candidate holds. Certification, on the other hand, usually gives you a clear indication of what they know and the level of knowledge that the candidate has. And this is most likely enough for the employer to at least give the candidate a chance for an interview. Of course, given that the certification aligns with the specific job role. Another point for certification is from a learning perspective. Let's say you decide you want to learn Linux. How do you approach learning such a broad topic? You could find a Linux course on YouTube and start learning, but this can get pretty ugly fast if it's not structured, or you get stuck in tutorial hell. The benefits of a certification is that there is already a structure based on the level and sometimes even based on the specific distribution when we're talking about Linux. This makes it much easier to learn and progress through the different topics, especially for those coming from a non-tech background. It also kind of gamifies the process. The more topics you learn, the more things you can check off, and the more certs you have, the more things you can check off, and this gives a kind of a gamification to the process. Here's a big catch though. Having certifications does not guarantee anything. Having a cert will help you get to the interview process, but if you cheated or memorized your way through the cert, it will become pretty clear in the interview process that you don't have the knowledge that they need. Additionally, if you want to stand out from other candidates, it's the personal projects, the previous experiences, and other portfolio items that helps you stand out rather than the cert itself. So in summary, while certifications are not a sure way to get you hired, they do provide you with the opportunity to get interviewed, and they're invaluable for those that are coming from non-tech backgrounds, don't have degrees, or are looking for a structured way to learn. Also, realize everything in this video is my own opinion, and that there's not one set path to get into tech. In fact, there are many, and certification is just one way of doing so. Thank you, and see you in the next video.